Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and I'm just doing 3 bedrooms here and a set of stairs. The carpet is, although it's 6 years old, oh, there I am. It only been lived in for 5 years because the first year it was actually a show home. It's polyester or Triexta, but even though these are actually the guest rooms I'm doing here, it's fairly worn still because, well, you know, the Triextas and polyesters don't tolerate wear. Walking on, look at it, don't walk on it, right? Anyway, I vacuumed it. I found no stains except there was one here which I took out when I was pre-treating. It came out right away. So anyway, yeah, overall good shape. There's a little dog in the house, a little Cairn Terrier, I guess he is. But I haven't even found any stains from him, but I don't think he comes up here much anyway. That is the AstroTurf. And although this carpet, there's no visible soiling, but I can certainly see the carpet is brightening up. So after 6 years, you get this film that will settle down on the carpet. And vacuuming alone won't remove that effectively because the film was sort of sticky kind of stuff, and so yeah, even though there's really not much in the way of visible soiling, it actually is soiled, and you can see the carpet definitely brightening up, although it's not that bad. But still, you're going to have some sort of dulling effect on the fibers, so it does need a clean. That's only slightly damp, so there's no concern about leaving marks from the furniture, as long as you don't soak the area where the legs are going to go. You need to be sort of wise about that. And again, that's one of the reasons another reason why I like to shower feed, because I'm able to be so precise in the amount of moisture that I apply to each area. And you know, generally if you were to spray a head, which is you can, I mean, obviously you can do it that way, that's fine, except you're almost, hang on, almost sneezed there. You almost have to apply a little more moisture than you might really need to clean with, because you don't want it to dry out before you get there with the machine. So and that's why, one of the reasons why I prefer to shower feed. It just gives such a precise ability to control the amount of moisture that goes on to each area of the carpet wherever you go, so you end up not overwetting the carpet, assuming that you're applying your solution judiciously. Ooh, there's a word. From the tank. But anyway, that's always been my view on it. And there's literally no negative aspects, no reason from a negative perspective for not choosing to do shower feeding, actually. All of the supposed negative things that you hear from people can easily be, proven to be wrong, actually. It just works well, and it's consistent, it's reliable, it's effective, it's efficient, it's quick, it's easy. And there's I don't have to walk around with a pre-spray can. And it's also faster. I actually did, years ago, I actually did a very careful analysis using pre-spray can versus shower feeding. And I timed things out, and I really paid attention. I'd spray one job and tank feed the next, and went back and forth, and I really did, because I really wanted to know what was the most efficient way to go about doing this. And I wasn't, at that time, I wasn't sort of committed to doing shower feeding. I was like, okay, well, maybe I should pre-spray. Actually, at the time, that was when there was a real popular way of doing it, was with the people, a lot of guys were buying the Pepsi sprayers and using an air pump to pump them up and doing it that way. And so I tried that for a little while, because as long as I'd carry 2 or 3 of them in the van and have them all pumped up and ready to go and mixed up and whatever, and it was a good way to go. This is before they had the battery powered pump. We had pump up sprayers as well, of course, but the battery powered ones weren't actually available at that point, back in the old days. But anyway, I did try with carefully comparing. And I concluded that with a real pragmatic testing, one way of doing it over, compared to the other, that without a doubt, the shower feeding won out in every respect. It just simply is a better way to go. However, it does take a little bit of practice to really get skillful at applying just the right amount at the right time. And so there is that. But once you get the hang of it, and you understand exactly what you're doing, and that's the key. So what's happening is that the whole time I'm really I'm very aware of what's happening on the carpet, the interaction between the carpet and the pad, and I can see, I can feel what's happening. And I know that the key here is to apply enough moisture, and what's happening is when I go to the right, it's coming out on the right side a little bit there. So that's why when I apply, I'm applying it as I move the machine to the right. And I just do a little bit, like watch this. Watch my hand there. That's it. And I'm going back. That's it. And now you might vary the amount you're going to apply depending on the job you're doing, but it's actually quite shocking how much is going to come out. If I held that valve on the whole way across here, it would get really wet really quick. And you can see that if you go onto a smooth floor like a garage floor or whatever, and you start practicing this and you watch and see what is actually coming out onto the floor, you'd be quite shocked at how much can be delivered onto the carpet in just a couple of seconds. It's just really quite amazing. And that's where most guys start making a mistake, is they go to shower feed and they have that valve on way too long. That's the usual mistake. And then the carpet gets really, really wet. And then, see, I can clean a carpet like this this one room. And when I'm done, you pull the machine out and, you know, go and put it away or get it out of the way. Come back within a few minutes and I can run my vacuum over this carpet. And then when I go lift up the vacuum and look in the brush roll, there'll be either no moisture present or virtually no moisture present, even though the carpet will be feeling slightly damp, because that's all you're after. As long as your carpet is damp, just a little bit damp, then you don't need to, in most cases, get the carpet very wet at all, because we're not, you've got to get it out of your head that you're not flushing the carpet with water like you are with steam cleaning. Steam cleaning, hot water extraction, the whole way the cleaning is done is with the flushing action. The actual cleaning effect is done with the pad interacting with the carpet fiber, and the actual cleaning is with the friction of the pad interacting on the carpet fiber with the moisture present. It dissolves the soil, it emulsifies the soil, and then the soil transfers from the carpet fiber into the pad. An interesting thing, I did a job yesterday, I didn't video it, probably should have, but it was just one bedroom actually, and it didn't really look that bad, but I cleaned it. I used the AstroTurf pad, and this is an interesting little bit of a detail. And when I finished, the pad was really quite black. I was actually quite surprised how black it was. I thought, okay, I guess maybe I better go flip it over and do the B side. And so this was going to be interesting. How much did the AstroTurf pad leave behind on this carpet? And it was a nylon carpet actually. So I went over with the B side, and it wasn't a room. And the room wasn't much bigger than this, a little bit bigger, but very, very little bigger. And when I stopped and looked at the pad, there was virtually nothing on the B side of the pad, which meant that the AstroTurf pad had removed 99% of the removable soil off of that carpet fiber in one, but just by using one side of the pad, even though the pad actually was looking really quite black. So again, my point is that the AstroTurf pad is a great pad. It's a great choice. Not always the right choice, but it is a very good, a very viable choice. So anyway, let's stop here and we'll take a look at this pad. So that'll be the 3 bedrooms. And virtually no visible soiling on there. But then this carpet didn't look soiled, but it has brightened up quite a bit. So what happens is when we're cleaning, we're glomerating. I've used that word before, and what it basically means is that if you've got on the carpet fiber, if you've got, you know, say 10 little bits of soil on the carpet, there they are, all like this, you know what I mean? And you can see that because there they are, those sticking there on the carpet fiber. When we agglomerate, what's happening is the agitation and the emulsification will take all these small little bits of soil that is visible on the carpet, and then it agglomerates. It brings it all together into one slightly bigger particulate of soil than the all 10, say, combined. It's still there, but now it's agglomerated together, and it's emulsified. It's being held in solution, and the absorbent pad will draw it up into the pad. And of course, if you're using an encapsulator, which I am, anything that might remain is encapsulated and comes out with subsequent vacuuming after the fact when the carpet is dry. So that's what's happening here. Anyway, I hope that helps you, and I'm going to let you go because I got some stairs to do. So I'll let you go. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.